Hi everyone, my name is Claire Jane R. Fronteras. I am here to discuss about the classification of roads. So let's get started. Before anything else, let us first define what is a road. A road is a paved way or a route or a thoroughfare which drives you to reach your destination through vehicles. Roads are classified based on different criteria. Each among them is further classified into different types of roads. In this video, I'll give a brief description of each and every type and terms which you frequently listen when someone talks about roads. The classification of road based on usage. The various types of roads are divided into two groups based to when they should be used during different seasons of the year. First is the all-weather road. All-weather roads are those which are negotiable during all weather except at major river crossings, where interruption to traffic is permissible up to a certain extent. The second type of road based on usage is the fair weather roads. Fair weather roads are roads which may traffic be interrupted during monsoon season at causeways where streams may overflow across the road. So fair weather roads are the roads which are only reached under fair atmospheric conditions. During heavy rains, cyclones, or floodings, these roads are not available due to safety purposes. The second classification of roads is based on carriageway. So based on the type of carriageway or the road pavements, the roads are classified as paved roads or unpaved roads. Paved roads, if they are provided with a hard pavement course, which should be at least a water-bound macadam or WBM layer. So paved roads are the roads that are built with a rough pavement path such as cement, concrete, bituminous, and WBM. On the other hand, unpaved roads, if they are not provided with a hard pavement course of at least a WBM layer, thus earth roads and gravel roads may be called unpaved roads. More than 93% of barangay or the villages roads nationwide and nearly 69% and 66% respectively of provincial and national roads remain unpaved here in the Philippines according to the newsinfo.inquirer.net. Palawan is also the number 1 on the Department of Public Works and Highways or DPWH in the list of provinces nationwide with still unpaved national arterial and secondary roads at 307.2 kilometers. The third classification of roads are based on the type of pavement surfacing provided or the road types. Number 1, based on the type of pavement, are surface roads. So, surface roads are provided with a bituminous or cement concrete surfacing. So, the bituminous is a black, viscous, and adhesive material occurred during the distillation of petrol. Bituminous roads are primarily used all over the world, which is very easy to lay and provides smooth and good surface finish. The thickness of bituminous road depends upon the subgrade soil at the site. It is always recommended to lay the bitumen roads in 2 layers, so that is the surface roads. On the other hand, we have here unsurfaced roads. So these roads are not provided with bituminous or cement concrete surfacing. So the roads provided with bituminous surfacing are also called blacktop roads. So that is the unsurfaced roads. We have here the methods of classification of roads. So these roads are generally classified on the following basis. So these are the roads that are classified in a basic general terms. Number 1 is based on traffic volume. So, based on the traffic volume, the roads are classified as heavy, medium, and light traffic roads. So, these terms are relative, and so the limits under each class should be clearly defined and expressed as vehicles per day. So the first method of classification under traffic volume is the low traffic roads. So these roads are carrying less than 400 vehicles on an average per day is called a low traffic roads. Village roads or rural roads are the best example of this type of roads. The roads which are carrying on an average of 400 to 1,000 vehicles per day are called medium traffic roads. District roads are one of them. The last method of classification under traffic volume is the high traffic roads. These roads are carrying more than 1,000 vehicles per day, and the national and state highways fall under this category. The second method of classification of road, it is based on load transported or the tonnage. So the classification of roads based on the loads transported and tonnage is relative and classified as class 1, class 2, or class 3, etc. or class A, B, or C, etc. And the limits may be expressed in terms of tons per day. The third method of classification is based on location and function. So the classification of roads on this basis should be more relevant and acceptable approach or method as they may be defined clearly. All around India, the classification of roads are generally done on this basis, and according to these roads can be subdivided into following 5 categories. The first category is the national highways. National highways run throughout the length and breadth of the country. These roads link the capital cities of the state with the national capital. National highways are equipped with a minimum of 2 lanes, one for each direction, and these 2 lanes are separated by a strip of boulders. So the minimum speed of 80 kilometers per hour should be maintained on national highways. They are usually labeled with numbers NH1, NH70. So the second category, based on location and function, is the state highways. So they are the state arterial routes linking with the neighboring states' national highways, district offices, and major cities throughout the state, and acting as the key arteries for traffic to and from district roads. So state highways connects the important cities of the state to the state capital city. State highways give access to connect national highways, and they are also connected to the state highways of the neighboring cities or states. The minimum of 2 lanes are provided, but they may or may not divided with a strip of boulders. The third category is the major district roads. In a city, essential roads service development areas and markets, or the major district roads connect them to each other or the district's main highways. The MDR or major district roads has lower requirements for speed and geometric architecture than national or state highways. These roads connect to the neighboring district headquarters. The fourth category is the other district roads or ODR. These are the roads serving rural areas of production and providing them with outlet to market centers, taluk headquarters, block development headquarters, or other main roads. So these are the lower design specification of MDR or major district roads. The fifth one is the village road. So village roads connecting villages or groups of villages with each other to the nearest road of a higher category. These roads lead to the nearest town and also connects to the important areas of the villages like temples, churches, and others. So village roads are also connected to the neighboring villages. Village roads.
Roads can be classified into modified classification of road system by Third Road Development Plan from 1981 to 2001. We have the primary system, secondary system, and tertiary system or rural roads. Under primary system are the expressways and national highways. Under secondary system, we have the state highways and major district roads. And under tertiary or rural roads are other district roads and villages roads. Classification of urban roads. In urban areas, the road infrastructure is known as urban roads and will form a different group of roads to be taken care of by the urban authorities concerned. Under classification of urban roads, we have the arterial roads, subarterial roads, collector streets, and local streets. Quick review. Classification of roads based on usage. First is all-weather road. Second, fair-weather roads. Based on carriageway. First, paved roads. Second, unpaved roads. Based on the type of pavement surfacing provided. First, surface road. Second, unsurfaced road. Methods of classification of roads based on traffic volume, low traffic roads, medium traffic roads, and high traffic roads. Based on load transported or tonnage, class 1 or A, class 2 or B, class 3 or C. Based on location and function, national highways, state highways, major district roads, other district roads, and village roads. Modified classification of road system by Third Road Development Plan from 1981 to 2001. Primary system, expressways and national highways. Secondary system, state highways and major district roads. Tertiary system or rural roads, other district roads and village roads. Classification of urban roads. Arterial roads, subarterial roads, collector streets, and local streets.